Good morning. I'm bundling up in the car because it's not as cold as it was, but it's pretty cold. Ah. Hi! So, according to my occupational therapist, I need to have a scarf on. Or actually, my Chinese doctor said I have to have the scarf on. I gotta keep this crazy neck warm. Sunglasses on. Car's off. I think you guys can hear me okay. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Keys. Handy dandy notebook. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Trish, can you hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up. Mary, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do outdoor workout. Location. Use location. Yes, yes, yes. Outdoor workout. Star tracking. Let's go. All right. 3 people in the chat. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, Piglet. From Winnie the Pooh. It's Happy Wednesday. It's one of my favorite childhood stories. Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day. Fur baby mama. So I have a lot of appointments today. So we're gonna, helicopters. Right, where is it? There he is. Hopefully they're not coming to get me. How about now? Now that I put the mic on. Hello from Indonesia. Hello, hello. So we're just doing predictions today. I want to talk about a couple of things. So I did a little meditation last night. Went into the future. So last night I figured I'd go a number of decades, about 30 years in the future. And we're going to have something really neat happen here in the United States. They're actually going to do this. I'm going to walk in a middle lane. They're going to start building those smart cities. And they're going to start it with this administration. I do think that there's going to be Trump family members that are in on it, and that they have plans, and they're going to make some interesting things happen. But I do think we're going to have between 4 and 6 smart cities that are being built. So what is the whole thing with the smart city? They're going to be eco-friendly, and they're going to be technologically advanced. So felt that guy behind me. So they're going to have all of the advantages of our technology and also the benefit of planning. They will have concessions for flood zones and things like that, so they'll be built up in those flood zones. It's going to be really cool. We're going to get, I think, 2 or 3 in the Midwest. So what this is going to do, it's going to change that balance of power. So you don't necessarily have to have certain industries at the coastline. As there are some industries, good morning, Samantha dear. There are some industries that aren't going to require import-export. So, I mean, every industry, I should say, they aren't going to rely on it heavily. So, they're going to put these think tank cities in more of the Midwest. It's going to be really, really cool because they're going to implement solar, all kinds of alternate energy sources. So, oh, Brayden, thank you. I love you too. Good morning, dear. Sylvia's daughter, good morning. Good morning. It is very overcast today. Not as cold as it's been, guys, but I think it's about 50 degrees right now. But I am bundled up because I'm a crazy person like that. I want to be bundled up, especially if it starts raining. It's, look, you can see how overcast we are. So I think we're going to start hearing about these smart cities, the planning for them, within the next year or so, because they're going to build momentum and try and get people excited. Again, this is going to be the Trump administration that does this. I do think that his family specifically is going to be very, very involved. So we're going to talk a little bit about Prince Harry and Jelly Roll. So if you guys remember, when he was in New York, Prince Harry was spotted either coming or going from a tattoo parlor, salon, shop in, I guess, oh God, where was I? Can't remember where it was. I don't know New York really well, despite being here. So Rakesh, I'm outside New York, in the great country of America. That's where I am, dude. So, but I'm at a high school track right now, trying to get my fat ass bikini ready for the summer. I'm battling time right now. So, so Harry was spotted outside. No, he actually got a fake tattoo. It was for a bit. Jesus Enrique Rosas did a video on it, and the Royal Grift did a video on it too. So it was, no, Sylvia's daughter, it's not going to be 15-minute cities. They're going to be smart cities. They're going to be a little bit different. The idea is not to keep people in, but there is a concession for, we're going to go back to the smart cities. Oh, Renee, I am so sorry. You know what you can do? This is a fun story. Double paper towel, double thickness paper towel. You put your coffee in that, tie it up with like a little piece of string, and you do like a tea bag. And at least you'll be able to get the coffee in you. Unless you have like a percolator in your closet someplace or a French press. I always have a French press just in case things happen. Rakesh, I'm from the New York area. Can't you hear my accent, honey? I got this crazy accent that I really have to work hard to keep on the DL. So my friend Debbie Schoen cracks up because when I get mad or when I'm not paying attention, sometimes the Jersey it comes out of me. Sometimes it comes out. So these 15-minute cities are not going to be bad. What they're going to be are better planning and kind of getting away from the centuries of layering on top of each other, because that doesn't really work. Sometimes you got to tear down to build back up. These will be built up from the ground up. So think about it in terms of if you would restore an old car, or if you would just go and buy a new car, like that kind of thing. So back to Harry and Jelly Roll. Samantha, come over here. We'll get you an anchor baby. Come on. And technically my son is an anchor baby, because his father's from Scotland. Good morning, Debbie. I was just talking about you and my Jersey accent when it comes out, when sometimes they get mad when we're on the phone. So Prince Harry and Jelly Roll, the whole business of him going to Sylvia, I don't think it will. I think it's going to be a new style of city, not something to keep us locked in. It's going to be a very different approach. It's not going to be the 15-minute cities that we heard about prior. They're actually building upon that idea, casting out what's not going to work, casting out what's going to restrict people, and they're going to build upon it. It's going to be really cool, but it's going to take like 30 years or so. So, don't worry, don't panic. Okay. Really, free Palestine. All right, hang on, guys, because sorry, free Palestine. I'm getting rid of you. Sorry, had to get rid of you, dude. Oh, Sylvia, go on. You will not. You will not. So, we're not bringing any of these crazy specific free pay. Yeah, exactly. Don't jump into my chat. I know it's a good sign. I have been crushed by YouTube lately, guys. Crushed. I don't know what they're doing, but they're wrecking me. I have views in like the 100s for the last few days. I'm not happy about it. And then they sent me like a celebratory, you hit 2,000 views. I'm like, really? You're happy about that? I'm not happy about that. Are we having a party? So, Harry and Jelly Roll. So, I think this is an attempt at rebranding. A lot of other people are talking about it, that they're trying to rebrand Harry into newscaster, sportscaster. They're really leaning heavily into the sports stuff. And I think the whole tattooing thing, shockingly, he did not realize that Jelly Roll is actually fairly founded in his faith. And I believe he's a Trump supporter. So, it's a little bit off-brand for him to be supporting somebody like that. Samantha, I'm looking at your comment. I'm trying to look at all comments, guys, but with this back injury, it's kind of awkward to hold this phone. So what is going on? They are trying to restore him to the powers that be, the PR powers that be. They're trying to restore him back to being cheeky chappy. That's what everybody liked. That's what we're going to try and put him back to. So, sneaking out, getting a tattoo, playing naked billiards, that kind of thing. So, I hate to say it, but he really destroyed his reputation. He's got to go away for like 10 years. Yeah, Sylvia's daughter, he's got to go away. Like Amber Heard is deep underground and hiding right now. Like they've got to go with that. It's he's not really gonna come back from this, unfortunately. And Renee Kennedy, he has no loyalty to himself. Like, that's the worst part about it, is that he doesn't even know who he is. And having had a spouse that was Scottish, there is this moment. My son's dad came over from Scotland when he was 21, and he really struggled to act American. He here's an example. He would go out. He met up with some chaps that their parents were from Scotland. They kind of took him under their wing, and like he still has holidays with them. Still very, very good friends with them. When they would go out to the clubs, not the pubs, but the clubs, my ex would befriend other people, buy them drinks, and then drop a C word because they would use that, where he came from, Peterhead, Scotland, they would use that as a, friendly kind of chatting. And he would actually get into some fist fights as a result of that. I did fall for the accent. I couldn't understand a word he said, so that was kind of what happened. But no, he has, my ex, he speaks Broad. Not brogue, but broad. So he has a lot of different words that he uses and everything. So I couldn't understand a word his mother said when she came over, but I guess that's okay. So yeah, right now, Samantha, I'm glad you brought up the Peter Pan thing, because right now Harry's going through this moment where he doesn't know if is this what it feels like to be grown up? Energetically, he is really in a weird place. He just doesn't know how grown-ups act. In moments when he's supposed to be serious and collected, it feels very put on. I dropped in and kind of remote viewed. Hi, little Lisa. Good morning, darling. He just doesn't really know how to do it. The most natural that he is when he's goofing off. And I've said this time and time again, that Harry was the funny guy in a family that didn't do, really consistent body humor. This isn't to say that, the Queen and Prince Philip and Princess Margaret didn't all have a bawdier sense of humor. Princess Margaret was well known for it. But he doesn't have anything else. And I think that the other family members did have some other attractants that would make them interesting and multifaceted. For Harry, it was have a few drinks and goof off, and then just kind of tone it down, Harry. Just kind of calm down. So, Miss Know-It-All, whose courage are you loving? Mine for talking about Harry? I don't know, he's kind of a dork, right? So, or me walking around a track at this hour of the day. It is early. So, I've said this before, do not think that Charles is doing well. I think we are in a very slow decline. So I don't think he's going to make any serious moves. I just don't think he has the, King Charles, I don't think he has the emotional capacity for it right now. I think all of his energy is going into addressing the reality of his condition and the reality of his wife's condition. I do think that the Queen has had a chronic condition Oh, Grumpy Sapper, I was going to ask you if you wanted to come on, and I was late dropping off Oogly Moogly Angus at work, or at school. He's at school, good Lord. So, Charles is related to Dracula. So, but I think that Camilla has a blood issue. Not diabetes, not anything like that, but I do think she has a blood issue that is, again, a slow but chronic situation. Oh, that's okay, GS. That's okay, no worries. I'm on just straight YouTube right now, so I don't even know how I bring somebody in. I don't know if I can. Samantha. We all love Samantha. So, I don't think Charles has more than 2 or 3 years in him, guys. And I'm not being a hater, you know. I mean, how awful to be, you know, waiting in the wings for that long. And you get kind of practiced at what you're doing. You know, he's very, very practiced at being the Prince of Wales. And then you have to move into that king position. You have to, you know, assume that responsibility. But I think he has a good team around him. I think, you know... Oh, we could talk about Whoopi. Whoopi! So, I think Whoopi is, I think she is a symptom of what is going on in the greater United States. So, and this isn't to say, you know, I have plenty of friends that are gay, and I have one of my daughter's best friends is transgender. Have friends from work, from my former work, had transgender children, you know, kind of saw them through the process. And I do think there's something to it. But I think that, hang on, I gotta switch arms. Oh, crack that back. So I think that there has been a level of politeness and accommodation for people that, for smaller percentages. And that's great. You know, like if someone comes to my house and they're, one of my good friends is allergic to coconut. If I invite her for dinner, I'm not going to make, you know, coconut shrimp and coconut custard pie and coconut crusted cookies. I'm not going to do that. So, you know, you really do have to make accommodations for people in the micro. In the macro, that gets a little complicated. So I think that having a level of politeness, and I'm very big on manners, even though, like, you guys see me curse and sometimes I come on not camera ready. I am camera ready right now. I have makeup on, so I think the Whoopi situation, you know, being outraged for a perceived slight, I'm going to call it that, perceived slight. The outrage has to meet the slight. Example, somebody bumps into me at the grocery store. I don't haul off and roundhouse them, you know, and shove them off. You don't do that. You go, well, I think that was weird. You know, claiming, so those of you that don't know, so Whoopi Goldberg has a favorite pastry, and I can't remember what it's called. It's like, it's a little angelic, cool little delicious pastry. And she ordered them for the ladies of The View for her birthday, or for, you know, approximately her birthday. And the bakery that she typically gets them from said, listen, we're having an issue with, oh, Charlotte Roos, thank you, little Lisa. The bakery said, we're having an issue with one of our machines. We can't do this. We can't fulfill the order. We're very sorry. And she turned around and said that it was because Grumpy, I saw your comment. I think gay men would love you, Grumpy. I'm just saying. You might put it out there. You never know. So, so she said that this bakery turned her down because of her political views that were publicized on The View. It's not true. Apparently, the entire community rallied around this Holzman bakery. People are ordering from all over the country. They're sending donations. They're really rising to the occasion, because even though Whoopi Goldberg didn't name that bakery, everybody kind of knew who it was. So, which bakery it was. So I think she had referred to them once before. So, is she going to get canceled? No, but I think it's another black mark on her scorecard. I think it's in bad taste. I think, the age of outrage is kind of coming to a close. I don't think it's going to turn into a lawsuit. I don't think the bakery's going to do that. If they do like a little defamation, hand slap, I think that's going to be about it. But this age of outrage is thankfully going to be over. You can't be angry about everything, I'm going to do some readings on all these people that said they were going to leave the country. Whoopi Goldberg was one. Robert De Niro was one. Eva Longoria. Go figure. Who's heard about her in a while? I think she's cute, but, for Pete's sake, what are you doing? You're going to leave the country? You're going to go to Mexico, which is pretty much America. That being said, the Mexican president said if we deport people back to Mexico, she's going to send back the 2 million Americans that are hanging out in Mexico. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I kind of miss Archie Bunker. So I have been Archie Bunker from the show All in the Family. They had when I was a kid, they had a baby doll, Archie Bunker's grandson Joey, and I'm kind of tempted to get myself one for Christmas. So Barbra Streisand, yeah, we actually had a business. My family had a business interaction with Barbra Streisand. Those of you that have followed me for some time, my father, after he retired, started to build motor yachts in Holland. Then he would charter them all over Monaco, south of France, the Mediterranean, and down in the Caribbean. They would go to the Caribbean as well, have like one at a time. It was really cool because my parents would use that as their summer or vacation home, and they would charter it out, so it was a business. It was making money all the time. But Barbra Streisand tried to get on one of the boats. It was either, you guys can look these up, Pegasus. My parents don't own them anymore. Pegasus. The Campbell Bay was also one of their boats. And, why am I drawing a blank? I'm drawing a blank on our last boat. Campbell Bay was beautiful. So you can go look at them. Yeah, look them up online. Motor Yacht Campbell Bay. And my mother's maiden name. So Barbra Streisand tried to charter one of my dad's boats. I can't remember which one it was. But she wanted like 50% discount. My dad was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Pete Diddy tried to charter one of my dad's boats when I was married to my ex-husband. And he told me, he was like, I'm not doing that. I go, Dad, like, these people, they have a lot of money, they are definitely going to be able to pay your fees. And he said, no, they wreck the boats and then they're in dry dock. So during the repair period, and they have to tap into insurance sometimes, it gets a little dicey. But he was like, no, he's got a reputation for wrecking things. So we could have been in this whole mix. So crazy, right? So, very, very cool thing. My dad loved doing that. He loves being on the sea. So, now they're very happy not having a boat, not having any of the issues that come along with having a motor yacht and very large cruise on there. Yeah, please hit that like button. Thank you, Samantha. You tell them, girl. So, So yes, I don't think Whoopi is, I think she is getting to the end of her career. I don't think she really needs the money anymore. Um, it's just something to do and get up every day. You know, she's got investments and all kinds of stuff. She's not really concerned about a weekly paycheck or a bi-weekly paycheck. I think she's kind of at the end of her thing. I think she's going to go into altruistic stuff when The View is over. The View is going to live on, though. They're going to put different components in there. Joy Behar, I don't think she's ever going to go anywhere. She's kind of preserved at this age. So, future of The View, I think it's going to stay on there in some form with dwindling viewership. That's just basically what's going to happen. So, hi Brittany. Morning. Thanks for hitting that thumb up. So, I do think that Whoopi is going to be exiting The View in the next 2-3 years, something like that. You know, and she will go into just altruistic stuff. There's something about a scholarship or like a benefit that she's going to do, and it's going to be here on the East Coast, like New York, Hamptons, you know, something like that. She's going to get heavily involved in something like that, and that'll be to, you know, support young people that are going to school, support a very liberal thinking kind of campaign. Let's put it that way. So. I just spit on the track. Sorry, guys. So, so what else? What else do you want to know about, guys? The smart cities was really what I was focusing on in my meditation. Hey, when I say that, like, oh, my morning meditation. But, you know, I do like lay around and, you know, try and see what's going to happen in the world. Whew. Sylvia's daughter, I want you to think about these smart cities as the new Atlantis. It's kind of that. It's going to be high-tech, luxurious living. The only thing is that I feel like they're going to be very sanitary, so I don't know like where pets fit into this. Oh, Kamala. Kakmala. Kakmala, I love that. I think, remember I was saying like how Biden was kind of like on senior week, like he's really not doing anything. He did that one thing, he flipped the switch on the whole Ukraine situation, trying to fire stuff up. It's not working. It's not working. I will do a reading probably super late night tonight. I got back to back all day. I need to do a reading on how Putin's lowering of the threshold for escalation for nuclear event is going to affect. Sylvia, I'm sorry that you feel like those smart cities are going to be evil. I don't think they will be. I think they're going to be very efficient and clean. Make things a lot easier. The thing is, it's not going to be compulsory. I want you to know that. It's not going to be compulsory living. You have the choice to live there. And I know Trump was talking about making them like regulation free or duty free or something like that. So, you know, added benefit of being there if you move your business there. You know, for example, my business, psychic business, you know, I'm going to be able to do that without any shipping. Like there's no shipping on it. So, is Kamala getting divorced? I did a video on it, and that'll be available, I think, to everybody. All of my members get early access to my videos. So somebody told me in the comments on one of my posts that they unsubscribed to me because I don't make all of my videos accessible to everybody, and that I have like some members only video. I have a handful of members only videos, and there's a reason why I do it. I'm trying to preserve myself from getting beat up by just you know, strollers, people that are just strolling by my content. So if it's something that's a bit more inflammatory, I make it Samantha, don't you worry. You don't have to become a member. There's very few videos that are on there that I don't give everybody access to after some time. Just my members get early access. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 videos that are members only. Really, the perk is that all of my members, good morning, Donna, or evening. Hi, Ruth. The real perk to becoming a member to my channel, and I kept the fees very low, is that every month I give away an hour reading to a tarot master level, and I give a half hour away private reading one-on-one with me. I give a half hour away to my tarot enthusiasts. So it's an easy way to get into the lottery, and it gets even better because you have to be in the live video when I do the drawing. So I know not everybody can afford to get a reading. I know not everybody can afford to be a member. I will tell you, I have some fun stuff coming up for the holidays. So might be giving out some gifts every now and then for the holidays. So I got to do that from my computer, though I can't do that in this one. So Kamala and Doug, I don't think they're going to get divorced right now, but I don't think that things are rosy. I don't think things were rosy at the end of the term. Thanks, Brittany. I do feel like I need to explain it sometimes, though, because I want to make sure that it's clear. Like, I'm trying to provide, good benefits, and this is my business. Hi, Wendy C. This is my business. I do this full time. Things are really starting to ramp up right now. It's kind of wild. Last few months, since August, business has been good. So, this is my advertising, and bread and butter is my private reading. So, and I've been getting like parties stacking up. It's wild. Like, local people want to do parties. So, very, very cool. So, I do past life regressions, and I'm thinking on my digital academy, I may put a hypnosis on there. It'll just be audio, I think. But I may do that. And people can go over and buy it. Oh, bonjour, Francois. Bon matin. How's my accent with my Invisalign in? Guys, I got another 6 weeks of these things, so hopefully they will eventually come off, and I won't have plastic in my mouth all day long. Kind of ridiculous. Yes, I did say that. So that is something that my husband and I are working on as a collaboration. So what it would be is I do a past life regression with someone, and they would explain to my husband what they looked like, and my husband would do the composite drawing. He's very, very good at that. So it's one of his great skills. So, all right, guys, let me check on the time. Hang on. All right, it's 8:24. I am going to step it up a little bit. We've been on for 40 minutes. I'm going to step it up and just get some extra time in here. But thank you, everyone, for doing the walk with me and listening to my morning predictions. We're going to keep doing this. Probably like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I am taking the day off from walking. Saturday, weather permitting, I will be out here. But for those of you that are students or budding psychics, getting your blood flowing, getting a runner's high is a great way to tap into the universe. It's really a good thing to do. So this kind of sets the pace, sets my metabolism for the day, practical stuff. But I am going to give a little bit more effort today. I think I'm going to get to a little jog today. My plan is to be running by January. So even if it's at a light trot. Also, I've got to get my chubby dog out. So I think Raven is going to be coming out because she has a weight problem. Her back end is not great, so I'm going to I can't take her to the track. So you get to know Raven a little bit. She's kind of a goofball. And if you're friends with me on Instagram, you can see I'm going to start a book about how my cat emotionally shuns me every morning, even though I lavish affection on her. So you see my cat Pusheen, one of my cats. We have 3. And we have a whole host of feral cats outside the house that my neighbors take care of. We live in farmland, so. Hi, Raven doesn't like the sound of that Gregopedia. Is she in bed with you right now? I think Raven would love to go for a walk. I think I'm going to take her to the park across town. I'll take her over there. I think we're allowed to have dogs there. So whatever. So we'll get her a pretty. Yes, she's belly up in bed. Nice. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to pick up the pace, and I have to get to physical therapy. So I want you all to have a great day. My prediction is that Raven is going to have to get her ass out of bed and go for a walk sometime. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Greg, you don't have the day off tomorrow. Let's say maybe we'll go together. Next day off, we're going to go together. All right, so everybody have a great morning. I will see you later. Bye-bye now.